Hello guys, Jimmy here and welcome to Assetto Corsa for what is the first from scratch built mod. It's the Daytona of the Corvette, a Daytona prototype from the IER modding group, and obviously I saw this pop up on my Twitter feed and I was straight in there, give it a go straight away, and I want to bring that to you guys. For those who maybe don't have Assetto Corsa, or those who are still on the fence, I think it's actually in a Steam sale at the moment, or was in a Steam sale, so it's still fairly cheap. This may be that last little push you need to go out there and buy it. Now, I've been looking forward to this mod coming out for a number of reasons. Firstly, because it's the first non-official car in the game from memory. It's the first from scratch mod, so it must be, and it's going to kind of tell, I think, which direction Assetto Corsa is going to go in. Whether other people kind of pick up that mantle and go, okay, well, now it's my go to putting a new mod or a new track, etc., and kind of go from there. Also, I was going to run this on the Hungaroring track that recently came out as well, but that was an R-Factor-1 conversion, and I didn't really want to run it, to be honest. I wanted to run it at Nürburgring here on a quality track that will probably suit the car a bit better. Now, please keep in mind this is a beta, this car. It isn't finished yet. It's still in development. It's been released so people can obviously have a look at it and have a drive around, people like me. Bit rough around the edges, but as you can see, this model looks pretty nice. The exterior view, I think that's pretty tasty here. I think that's an official livery as well, so that's pretty cool. Interior is a bit ropey, but you know, we'll get in there. Anyway, guys, let's have a drive of it, and I'll explain to you, this car and how it feels to me. So here we are on board. As you can see, the interior is pretty plain. It does look like there's a lot of work to kind of go into it yet. On either side, the wheel, it all looks a bit R-Factor-1-y at the moment, but again, in development, I expect we'll see that kind of clear out as time goes on. So we're going to put it out now. Hopefully the game isn't too loud. I did amend it so it'll be a bit quieter, and hopefully it is quiet enough for you guys so to hear me and hear the car at the same time. So yeah, I've driven this car a bit, not round here, around Imola, but I didn't want to drive another car around Imola. I seem to always do my Assetto Corsa videos around there. And I'm going to say, for the first from scratch mod, I'm pretty impressed. It doesn't feel bad, which is pretty much what I expected, to be honest. I'm just kind of chilling at the moment on this outlap, just getting everything up to where it should be. The force feedback loads up really nicely. I feel like there's genuine force against me when I'm turning in. The detail isn't quite there yet, but there are definitely kind of early stages, telltale signs and that, and I can feel it in the corners, especially these kind of bumpy ones here when the car is moving around at the front end, which is quite nice. I'm enjoying that, definitely. The sounds, not bad at all. I guess I'd say they kind of fit in with the current Assetto Corsa library of not bad but could use some work. And yeah, I'm just quite impressed with this car as it stands now. I was planning on trying to run a race, but I had a very weird error the first time I tried to load this up. I've not had it before. I guess it might be because I actually had it a couple of times and it kind of worked in the end. Where I went to load up the car and the loading screen was there, and I just decided that I wasn't going to load, and took me back to the selection screen, which is a bit odd, but no, I'll deal with it. Anyway, back to the car. As default, it comes as a high downforce specification. So obviously, I'm finding it very easy in the corners, but the straights are a little bit more, a little bit slower in the straights than we kind of want to be. You really feel the force feedback in the braking, and that was me showing you how well I know the Nürburgring, even though I've been around here countless times before. I do have ABS on because the front wheels, or the front tyres in this, or front brakes I should say, in this car, they do lock very easily. I'm not sure it's just me having a heavy left foot or something to do with the car itself, but I just want to make sure that I don't mess up too much of the video. Let's try and speed up a little bit now, shall we? Still not going 100%, but just a little bit faster than we were before. Handling characteristics, I say, it's pretty much how I expect the prototype to handle. I mean, the only thing I have to compare it to is the iRacing prototype from a couple of years ago. I'm not actually sure what make that one is. I think it's a BMW perhaps. Those who know the prototypes, please correct me because that will bug me. But like I say, it feels like it has... I was going to go right then. I was thinking of a different track, different configuration. It feels like a prototype. It has that downforce there. It hasn't got infinite grip by any means. The The steering is a bit slow, but I'm sure I could turn it up in the settings somewhere. I'm pretty much default setup, and I've just got out of the pits. So this car is easy to run. It doesn't require massive setup for you to kind of get in and play with it. You can just get in and go, which is literally what I've done. Still get used to that slow steering though, as you probably imagine, as you can see. The car is a little bit bouncy on this default setup. Going through especially the higher speed corners, you can feel it. It starts to kind of judder a little bit, and makes going through the corners a little bit scary at times. Let's thread that through there and get a nice slow exit, because that's how racing drivers do it. But it's a very good start. I mean, I've seen other mods in development. The one I've got my eye on is a BTCC Super Touring Primera from the late 90s. I'm really looking forward to that being complete. I forget who the mod makers are for that, but for sure will be a video on that when that comes out. And I'm looking forward now to getting back into doing Assetto Corsa stuff, because I kind of left it alone because call me very bad. Say I've got a bad attention span, I guess, but I got bored with the content from Assetto Corsa. It kind of slowed down a bit as they were doing other things. I mean, I know there's a sound fix coming soon, so I'm looking forward to looking at all the cars with better sounds, because the sounds are a bit lackluster in Assetto Corsa at the moment, I'm afraid. They aren't terrible, but they aren't anything special. But I haven't really looked at the modding tools and what is given by kudos to the guys who want to mod, so I'm not sure how much freedom they have, but you know, at the moment for a beta, even if this was a complete car, I'd give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's definitely going in the right direction right now, and I'm so looking forward to how this thing will end out. I can see it being in series already. You can match it with some of the GT cars, I guess, have a little multi-class going on. I'm sure there'll be some of that happening in multiplayer as we speak. This car does need the ABS at the moment, or for me anyway. My left foot's made of lead apparently. See if we can get a better run for the Schumacher S. May he recover quickly. That was a bit dodgy. The car does get a little bit unstable at the higher speeds, even with the downforce. But that's kind of nice. It doesn't feel like it's planted at all. I feel like I can spin this car at any moment, which is nice. Around there. I haven't tried it with AI yet, because I said before, obviously the loading time was a bit odd, so I didn't want to chance it for a video. But definitely guys, go and download this. It's free, you haven't got to pay for it. Installation is very simple. It's the same as the track pretty much. You just go find Assetto Corsa in your Steam folder, and then when you find it in there, just put this in, click on the content folder and then cars, and just paste the folder that you'll get from... Ooh, that curb! You'll get from the download in there. So yeah guys, go and enjoy it. First from scratch mods. This is a landmark for Assetto Corsa, and I really can't wait to see how this one develops and future mods for the game. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.